All right. So thank you guys for being on. My name is Kim Kane. For those of you that are new, I am a triple diamond, and we do these every single Sunday at 9 o'clock Eastern. So you can always count on these. Sometimes it's just me. Sometimes it's people on my team that have promoted and just giving you awesome tips and excitement. And then the best of time is when we have guests like these on, because they we're all different. We all work our businesses so differently. And I love even hearing, for myself, like I'm excited to hear from you guys and just learn different ways that you can do this business, no matter who you are. So I'm going to just hop right into it. I met Trista and Eli at a boot camp. Eli ran this panel and Trista and I were on it together with a couple other ladies, and his energy, dude, as soon as I met him, it wasn't like, oh, hi, I'm Eli. It was like, hi, I'm Eli. God is good. You're great. Everybody's great. And I'm like, oh my God, I think I love you. So, and then Trista's like the sweetest person I've ever met. So I cannot wait. Obviously, y'all are a fit couple. Like, I love that. So I want you to just, you know what to do, you guys, but they know your name, whatever, rank, how long you've been in, and just like tell us your story. And I'm just going to mute myself out.
All right. You want to tell it? You want me to tell it?
No, fire away. Go ahead.
So we tend to get really, really lengthy in this, so we'll try to keep it short. We'll try to keep it together, you guys. But he likes to talk more than me, but he'll kind of interject and we'll just.
It's not a bad thing. It's so much fun. They're so excited to hear from you. So
here's the deal, guys. If this is a newsflash, everybody on here, we are created to be relational beings. That's why I love talking to people. We are created to interact with one another. And you can't say, well, I'm just not comfortable doing that. Get comfortable doing that, because once you step out of your comfort zone, you'll find that you really do enjoy it, because that's the way you're actually engineered and wired to do things. So fire away, go.
All right, you guys. So yes. I'm obviously Trista. This is Eli. We are Presidential Diamonds, and we have been with It Works now just over 3 years, which is crazy to say. It's been a ride of a lifetime. If you guys are new, welcome. Get ready, because if you run with this, you are about to have the time of your life. It will completely change your life.
But did you hear what she said? You have to run with this. It's not going to run with you. You have to do it. It takes action. You have to go.
But you guys, every single person on here is so worthy of whatever you have laid on your heart to accomplish. You can do it. After rewind, 3 years ago, I was not this person. I was shy. I'm a total introvert. I literally knew, like, my network was super tiny. I was a registered nurse. He was a firefighter. We have 2 kids. I was busy in mom mode. Like, I worked. I kind of cooked and took care of the house. I'm not very domestic, so that's not really my strong suit. But I did what I needed to do.
She's not good. Not bad. She makes a mean hot dog.
I do make a really good hot dog, you guys. But I was a registered nurse working full time. He was a firefighter. That meant he worked 24-hour shifts. He also had worked really hard to build a sports performance business, a brick and mortar, one that cost us a crap ton of money to start, took a lot of money to kind of maintain, and it kept him busy. He literally would go to the fire station, come home, take care of the kids while I worked, and then he would go to his business at night. We never, ever saw each other, ever. I would kiss him, goodbye Monday morning. I might see him again on the weekend if he wasn't on shift at the fire station. But you guys, I didn't know that there was another way out there. I did not, I just thought we were doing what we were supposed to do. We went to college. We were doing what we were taught we were supposed to do.
It was the American dream, guys.
Sorry.
No kidding. We were the good little boys and girls that did everything that we were told to do by our superiors or our teachers or our parents and all that. And we thought we were doing the right things. And by all measures, we really were, but we didn't realize how much we needed this opportunity until it was brought into our lives by.
Absolutely. So kind of like rewind even further, 3.5 years ago, I started seeing an old acquaintance of his post on Facebook. I kind of knew this girl, but not really. She was a single mom. She graduated, so she was the same age as us. She was a single mom working. And she started posting about this It Works thing. And when she first brought it up, or I saw it at first, I was like, what is this girl doing? What do you think about this? And he was like, don't you even get an idea in your head that you're going to do anything like one of those companies, because he was very One, we had no idea what multi-level marketing was about. We just kind of took the opinions of others and we're like, oh yeah, it's a pyramid scheme, or those products are crap, or that wrap is so stupid. Because we were very fitness oriented and we had no idea what the wrap did. We just kind of took the opinions of others and ran with it. And so kind of after he was like, don't even think about it, I started telling myself all the reasons that I would never be successful at something like this. Like I said before, I'm super shy. I was busy. I had no extra time. I had Facebook, but I was like a Facebook stalker. I never ever posted on social media. I literally had maybe 200 friends. He didn't even have Facebook. Like, we did not have a network. I went to a super tiny high school. I graduated with 17 people. I went to nursing school at a private college.
17, not 1,700.
17 people. My network was like non-existent. I did not have one. I had a couple close friends, but other than that, like,
so here's what I can tell you, and I'm kind of the tough love guy. If your excuse is no network, you can throw that one in the trash can.
Not valid. I always say it's not about the people you already know. It's about all the people that you're going to get the opportunity to know because of this company. And you guys, like I said, I was shy. I was so shy, and I still am. Like, this still like makes me uncomfortable. But you guys, it's when you get outside of your comfort zone that the growth happens, and you're going to have that, the growth that takes you to the next level in your business. So do not be afraid to get out of your comfort. If you're not getting uncomfortable, you're not growing. That is what it is.
Well, let's think about that for a second. Like, and that means every aspect of life. It doesn't mean like, hey, let's go out and hurt ourselves. But it does mean like, oh, let's use health and fitness, which is what we love. We love fitness. If you're going into the gym and you're performing 8 reps of the same weight every single day for the rest of your life, you're going to stay exactly the same. You're not going to change your body. Even if it gets better for a while, it will eventually plateau and it will just stay right there. The growth is in the uncomfortable time. I pushed myself to 10 reps this day. I pushed myself to 12 reps next week. I increased my weight. And in that uncomfortability, if that's a word, that's where the growth's at.
Boom. Okay. So fast forward, I jumped in. Finally, it was honestly like we were to a point where the reason I joined was because we had worked really, really hard prior to this to kind of get out of debt. There was zero extra every single month, like no extra. We were working our butts off, but couldn't get ahead. But we had managed to pay off some debt. My car was getting ready to literally crap out. I was sinking money into this thing. I'm like, we're going to have to get a new car. We don't want to have to go into debt for it, but we have nothing to save. Like, there is no money to save. Every month we do our budget. And we'd be like, we should have like $1,000 left over. But guess what? Life happened. Kids got sick. Kids, whatever. They are expensive. Stuff comes up. Like, life just happens.
What you find out with a side gig like this that turns into a full-time gig, even if it just stays a side gig money is money that is unaccounted for in your budget. So that's actually becomes the money that you can put toward the debt or towards savings or towards college or whatever the case might be. That unaccounted for money is what you're after. If you make $28 this month, congrats, you made 28 bucks that's unaccounted for that you get to put towards something in your future. That helps get you to the point where there's not more month than money, but it gets you to the point where you can actually start saving, even if it is just a fingernail at a time. That fingernail is one that you didn't have before.
And honestly, that's what I started for. I finally convinced him to like, okay, just let me do it. It's $100. I spend that at Target all the time, and I don't even know what I like have in my cart. I just bring it home.
Which is always a wonderful thing, by the way.
It's literally $100. And what if I could make like $200 a month? Like, and we never touched it. We just acted like we didn't have it. That would add up. That would add up over time to where we could save for a car or save for college or retirement or whatever the case may be. So finally he was like, you know what? Do your thing. Like, that's cool. Go for it.
And I did support her.
He supported me.
I was never a husband that was like, I'm not going to support you. You're on your own on this thing. I just said, listen, I'm just going to watch from the sidelines because I always had so much else going on. I was, creating and building my own business. I was firefighting. I was being dad. And to be honest, at the time, I didn't have any interest in this, but I did still sit back and support her 110%. I did the things that she asked me to do. And if there are any guys on here, it's high time you start supporting your wife, because that's what you said you would do on the day you married her. So get going on that.
And really, when I joined, he still, like, I still didn't really know that I believed in this kind of company. He definitely didn't. But we knew it was worth a shot. Something had to change. If we didn't change anything, nothing was ever going to change. We were never going to get ahead. So I kind of jumped in, and really still in the beginning, I didn't believe in myself that I could be a top earner or even promote. Like, I literally remember having the conversation with him, like, if I could get to Emerald, like, holla, our lives would change. That would be incredible. I didn't believe that I could even do that. You guys, I'm here to tell you, I don't care if it's your first day or you've been in 2 years, you can do this business. You just have to believe in yourself. You have to believe in the company and go all in. That's something that from the beginning, I went all in, and that is why I'm here.
So let me tell you guys a little secret.
Why I'm here.
This is big time. This is one of the best things that you'll get all night, okay? And you won't hear this probably anywhere else in this company. All in is what naturally creates influence, okay? If Kim is all in on her haircut, all right, she's all in. She goes to the gym and she's fired up about it, and she's just so excited. People buy it. People dig it. They dig you when you're all in. They can feel you if you're not, okay? Even if you are saying the right things. All the words can be completely scripted for you directly from my notepad to you. But if you don't believe them, if you're not all in on them when you're sharing them with the other person, they're going to naturally feel that. So you have to be all in to have that natural influence created in your own business and in your own life, for that matter.
So I will say, kind of when I joined, I didn't necessarily believe in myself, but I still, I was all in. Quitting was never, ever an option. I didn't know if I was going to be Ruby for forever, but quitting was not on the table. And I think that is one reason we are where we are, is because we've had seasons in our business. We've had good, we've had bad, we've had people leave, we've had amazing people come in. Quitting is never an option.
And it's not an option for anyone on this Zoom either. Take
it out of the equation, because you will bring so many more people in like you with that mindset if it's just not an option for you. Okay, so I jumped in, and you guys, like I said in the beginning, I didn't really believe that I would be a top earner or advance really far, but there was a $1,000 Ruby bonus on the table, so I was like, you know what the heck, might as well go for that. So I went in, I got that for me, turned around and got it for him, and I still did not believe that I could do this business. You guys, if you can get to Ruby, you can get to ambassador. You just do Ruby over and over and over. You help other people do Ruby. That is how you get to ambassador, you guys. It's not rocket science. It's Ruby yourself. Get other people to go Ruby.
And you know what's funny is your level of all in never changes. You are all in at Ruby, and you are the same all in at ambassador. You can't get any more all in than all in. So just go hard from Jump Street and don't stop. Now, that doesn't mean that you're not going to have rough days. That doesn't mean that we still don't have rough days to this day. Of course we do. But believe me when I tell you this, the good outweigh the bad. And this company provides us with an unbelievable platform to help people change their lives in so many amazing ways. And I'm not getting paid extra to tell you this or to hop on this Zoom. I didn't get some bonus, okay? The God's honest truth is simply this. We have an amazing platform to share with people, and it is not our job to dictate whether or not they get this opportunity. Don't rob it from somebody. Just share it with everyone, and if they roll their eyes at you, that's perfectly fine. Don't take it personal. Move on.
Okay, so I'm in. I'm Ruby. He's Ruby. I think I had actually gone Emerald the week before, green carpet, okay? This is part of how you get your belief, you guys. You have to get to events. Green carpet is coming up. I hope you guys are going. It's going to be incredible. But even if you can't get to green carpet, get to something, because that is where your belief in the business is going to grow. Your belief in yourself is going to grow.
There's definitely no reason you guys shouldn't be at the Grand Rapids deal.
Yeah. I cannot wait until Grand Rapids green carpet. But you guys, whoops. Sorry. See, we're not fancy here. We have no fancy stands or anything. My phone on a table. Okay. So we went to green carpet as an Emerald. And at the time, we're still kind of I don't really know. Is it worth it for us to go? We're only Emerald. Should we go? But hey, it was a trip to Florida. So we went.
And I think at that point, I was like, let's do it.
He actually was like, yeah, let's go. made enough in bonuses to kind of cover the trip. So let's go. Guys, my life changed at that green carpet because I saw people on stage that didn't have anything more than me. They weren't any more special. They were just regular people up there on stage as the ambassadors and top income earners. And I caught the vision at that event. You guys, you will catch so much belief in yourself and the company when you get to events. So get there. But Mark said something on stage at that event that completely changed my outlook on life. He said, if you yourself are so caught in the struggle of paying bills and just getting by, you cannot literally, like, you can't dream. You can't let your mind go there because you're so worried about just getting by. And if you can't dream, you cannot teach your children to dream. And I literally am like, oh my gosh, that's so me. Like, I'm not dreaming, you guys. At that point, I wasn't dreaming big. I was literally still stuck in the kind of just get by mindset. And there is so much. God did not create us to just get by and to live mediocre lives. He created us to live abundant lives where we can give and we can help other people. And that is what we get to do with this company. And I didn't really get the big vision before that event. So we go to our first green carpet as an emerald. You guys, part of my story that not a lot of people know, I have promoted every single time, right after bonuses, right before bonuses. My timing is just awful with promotions, but we have an unmatched compensation plan. You guys, bonuses are just that. They're bonuses. I am still a top income earner with no bonuses in my paycheck. It's purely residual. That is it.
You talk about a good feeling. That's an amazing feeling right there. That's a lot of hard work. That's a lot of dedication. That's a ton of belief. And like she said, what an unbelievable compensation plan to know that we have the opportunity. And that means all of you guys have the opportunity to be top income earners in a company where you don't have to work just when bonus season is out. It's so, so important that you're working all the time because you never know what this company's going to drop.
They're
at any
always
given second.
coming out with something bigger and better. So keep working hard because the seeds you're planting when no bonuses are out, who knows? Like next time they're out, the harvest is going to be great because you worked no matter what. Literally, I do remember. So the month that I actually went diamond, bonuses had been out the month prior to, and I remember like the first day of the month, like getting kind of super bummed that on Mark's, kick off the month video that he didn't announce bonuses were back. I could have let that discouragement make me quit or make me be like, oh, well, I guess it's just not worth it. But you know what? I didn't. And so 3 months later, I'm able to go, I went diamond, I went double, and I was able to more than replace my nursing salary and come home to be with my kids. So within 10 months of starting with no bonuses, I was able to replace my nursing salary, come home, be a full-time, work at home, stay from home, do everything from home, mama. And then in 2 years, he actually came home as well. And that's, again, no bonuses, you guys. So work hard no matter what. Our compensation plan is freaking bomb, and it's all around helping other people. So just know that if you are passionate about helping other people and you go all in, you're going to be golden. You can be sitting here right where we are. Anything else you want to throw out about our story?
Not really. Not really our story. Listen, I just want you to know one thing. It's like it says in Luke 12, it's the Father's pleasure to provide you with the kingdom. All right. You don't have to feel bad about wanting more. You don't have to feel bad about wanting to live an abundant life. That's actually what you were created for, but you have to be willing to invest in yourself. You have to be willing. We don't say sacrifice around here. You don't make sacrifices. You make investments. Sacrifice is that scary word that makes people want to pull back. We don't make sacrifices. We make investments in our future. And he wants us pouring into ourselves and become worthy enough vessels to obtain that life of abundance and that massive lifestyle that we're all so after. Don't feel bad about it. Like I said, it's his pleasure to provide us with kingdom. So go get it. Go get your piece of it. Every single freaking day, go get it.
I love that. You guys are so awesome. Like, as you're sharing the story, Eli's got these really great, like, you guys are such a good team. And I love that. So within 10 months, you quit and became a full-time mom, stay at home, work from home. And then 2 years, Eli, I didn't know that you were a firefighter. I didn't know that.
I was a firefighter for 10 years, and that was a job that I really loved. I mean, I was on the busiest truck in the state of Indiana. Got to do the most crazy things you could ever imagine. But now I'm able to pour into people in a completely different way. I love watching, like even this Zoom right now, I love pouring into you guys. I love seeing light bulbs go off in people's heads. I love when people turn the corner and start to truly believe that they were made for more. In this business and in life, a lot of times those fancy sayings become extremely cliche and they're overused. Well, I'm here to tell you that you really are made for more. Mm-hmm. Single one of you. I said this story. I may have even said it at the Green Rapids, call the one up there.
They should.
They should.
But actually, I think I said this story. Maybe, I don't know. But let's say, so you wonder if you're worthy and you wonder if you're living hot enough. I know I do a lot of times. To be completely honest with you right now, and if you knew me, you would understand what I'm about to say, but I'm going to say it anyway. If I were to die tomorrow, I would actually be unsatisfied with the life that I've lived to this point. And I've got to do some really, really awesome stuff. And I'm still doing awesome stuff. But I know that I am made for even more. And so I want to make sure that on the day that I die, it's the best day of my life. That's my entire goal. The day that I die is going to be the very best day of my life. And the only way to ensure that is to live every single tomorrow better than I live today. And that's truly a choice. Now, what I said was this. If I were God, and thank goodness for all of us that I'm not God, right? Thank goodness. But if I were God and I was able to sacrifice my son, Jack, to save the world, and I did that, and I sent Jack to earth to hang on a cross and to die for each and every one of you guys. And he did that, and I went through the pain as a father, and I watched it happen. And you guys were saved and able to live a life of free will and to do things how you so chose. And years later, I look down as dad, and I see all of you living average, lukewarm, not abundant shells of a life. I'm going to be pretty heartbroken. And I'm going to say, man, I want Jack back. I want Jack back because I didn't sacrifice my son for these people to walk around and slap me in the face by living average lives. Because he came so that we may have life and have it to the full. And you see, that's non-negotiable. Nobody on this Zoom can negotiate with that because that's the truth. He came so that we may have life and have it to the full. And that doesn't mean just in certain things. That means in all things. Do everything to the best of your ability. Do everything in a manner that would please him. Do it as if you were doing it for him. And I think that's something that Trista and I have done pretty well since we started, is we try our very best to handle this business, to handle who we are as if we were handling it for him, because in all reality, we are. We're just an extension of him. We are the hands and we are the feet of Christ, and we just want to bring people through this business to a saving knowledge of him and a living, breathing relationship. And we actually get to share health and wellness and financial freedom and a whole bunch of other cool stuff in the process. So if you ever question whether or not you are worthy, you were worthy enough for his son. So yes, you are worthy of huge things, and never, ever doubt that again. But now it takes action. Now you have to go. And unfortunately, a lot of people don't. But I'm telling you right now, if you want the top, just go. You're worthy of the top. You're worthy of a lot more than that, as a matter of fact. But it does take action, and you have to eliminate any self-doubt that you have, because before anyone else is going to believe you, you've got to believe yourself.
Woo! Like, okay, happy Sunday, guys. Thanks for being on. No, I'm kidding. But really, though, I remember you saying that at the boot camp. You were like, okay, and I'm like, if Eric, like, and I say that all the time, even in my live videos, I've said, he died on the cross for us, so, like, why don't you act like it? Mm-hmm. Like, act like it. And I love that. Everything that you do, yes, do your best. Live your life. I love that. And that's changed my life, you know, because I'm sure maybe not, but like I found God 3 years ago, and since doing that, like, dude, my life is 100% different. So I love when you say stuff like that, because it's so.
So did you find God because of this company?
Yep.
Then you have already won, my friend.
Yep.
There's nothing else to accomplish.
Yep.
Other than going out and winning more for him.
Yep. I totally agree. I always say, like, if that's all that I would have gotten from this, I'm good. Like, I'm good. But luckily, I get to do so much because of that with this company. So, and it's changed everything about everything. So I love
see, the enemy would want from you. The enemy would want you to stop now and say, hey, that's good enough for me. But he would be rendering you ineffective if you did that and you heard that. But you know, now I even have a bigger responsibility to stay hot and to stay on fire. And here's a newsflash for everybody on this Zoom. You're all leaders. Mm-hmm. Like it or not, every single person on this Zoom is a leader, and your team, even if it's one or none, will go as you go. So stay hot, stay on fire, stay active, because they're going to go as you go.
I love that. Go as you go. I've never heard it put like that. That's awesome. And like, obviously you guys are presidential. And so that means that you've helped quite a few people. For not thinking you could even go Ruby to presidential, like that means you've helped quite a few people, even in the moments where you didn't think you could. So can you tell me, okay, sorry, I thought someone, can you tell us how, like, getting into the technical things now, how have you helped that many people? How literally do you get people started? Like, from where?
Sure.
So, okay. So, all right. We build a lot of different ways. I will say this, the number one reason that we are where we are is because we have been in this business daily. On days we felt like it, on days we didn't feel like it. It didn't matter. We showed up, we did the work every single day. So it's looked a little bit different throughout kind of our business and how we've built. But the bottom line is we show up and we do the work daily, not based on how we feel, but based on this is a business. We have a responsibility to help more people. And that's how we're going to grow. So I built primarily from social media. He builds a lot more face-to-face than I do. So, and it's kind of a combo. Like, he'll make the connection face-to-face. We add them on social media, and then we kind of, you know, build that relationship through social media. So it's a little bit different. But you guys, if I had to like break it down, like, this is how I build. I add to my network and I ask people. That is, in a nutshell, whether you build on social media, maybe that means messaging. If you build face-to-face, that means blitzing. That means hosting events. That is it in a nutshell. That is how you grow your business. You add to your network and you ask. Posting isn't asking, you guys. So if all you're doing is posting on Facebook, you'll have some success. You'll grow a little bit, but you will not impact the amount of people that you can if you're not asking. We're very relational. So I'll be really honest, like, I'm not a mass messenger. I don't send out, 100 messages a day to people I don't know. I build a relationship and I message after I kind of have and sometimes that happens really quick. Sometimes that happens over time. But I'm constantly asking new people. Now, him, on the other hand, he will meet you and he will that's just him. Like, that is kind of his wheelhouse, where he can have, meet somebody in the gym and within 2 minutes he's talking about the business. That's just you.
Well, in all honesty, there's no secret to that other than what I just said earlier. The face-to-face interaction is my best way of showing you that I'm all in. A lot of people can do that on their social media account. You can feel my energy, so immediately they know that I'm all in, and they say, hey, what in the world is this guy smoking? And then they're like, well, let me hear all about it, because if it's that great, I need to know more. It's just a matter of getting it out there, in all honesty. You talked about the technical side of it. We're pretty untechnical, to be honest. We pretty well just do the nitty-gritty. We hear a lot of people, and we lead a lot of people at this point. Thank you, and that's a wonderful blessing. But we hear a lot of things from people. I'm going to do this, and I'm going to do that, and we just say, well, that's good. Just do it then. Because there's a lot of talkers, and there's very few doers. So be a doer, and we'll talk about it later. You know what I mean? Go do it, and then tell me all about it. Don't tell me all about it and then try to go do it, because chances are you won't. So let me just see you work. That's what I love. Let me just see you work. It's my favorite thing in the world to do. So that's what you've got to do. Get out there and take action. Talking about the days you don't feel like it. One of my favorite guys is Jocko, and he says those days, the days you don't feel like it, the days what do I do on days that I don't feel like messaging? I get up and I message. What do I do on days that I don't feel like charting? I get up and I chart. What do I do on days that I don't feel like hammering on the project? I get up and I hammer on the project. You just have to do it. See, anyone can do anything on the days they feel like doing it. It's the people that do the things on the days they don't feel like doing them. Those are the people that end up winning. So go be a winner by doing the things that you don't feel like doing, or that you know you should do on the days that you don't feel like doing them.
And I think sometimes, like, it can get really overwhelming if you think about, like, okay, this is where I am, but I want to be way over here. Like, it's hard to connect those dots. So, and create new habits. So what I encourage people to do is start with a week. Like, plan out, these are my goals for this week that I know are going to help me get to where I want to be. Commit to yourself for 1 week to do what you said you were going to do. Like, make that promise to yourself and follow through with it. I feel like a lot of times, you know, life gets busy, and we usually break promises that we make to ourselves first before we break promises to other people. Like, for 1 week, do every single thing that you set out to do. Whether that means you have to stay up, you have to get up earlier, you have to stay up later, you have to give up going out on your lunch break to do the work on your lunch break, whatever the case may be. Write out your goals for the week. I'm going to talk to this many people. I'm going to message this many people. I'm going to do, you know, maybe whatever it is. Do your story, have your post planned out, whatever your goals are for that week. But I'll tell you, getting new people in your network and asking. Those are the two most important things that you can do. So what does that look like to you? And then commit to 1 week. And then once you have that week done, commit to 1 more week. And before you know it, you've created healthy habits that are going to, like, it's just second nature now. This is what we do. You're going to grow your income. You're going to grow your influence. And therefore your business is going to grow, you guys. But just don't let it overwhelm you. Just start with 1 week.
And I love what she just said right there, because it is so true. And as you make that list out and you begin to implement it, remember this: you will meet resistance. Okay? It's not easy, or every single person would make a list and stick to it. Things happen, life happens, the kids get sick, the kids fall apart and have a meltdown in the evening when you're trying to do your messaging, whatever. A lot of that, again, can come from the enemy, because he knows that you're trying to improve yourself and ultimately the lives of thousands of other people. All right? So there are going to be things that come down the pike that try to stop you. Come hell or high water, when you make that list, finish it. Then you have that small victory that says, you know what? I made it through the week. Now I'm going to make it through another week. And like she said, before you know it, you're building some pretty high performance habits.
And I really, like, as you're making out your list, like, pick a couple things that make you uncomfortable. So like I've said, I've built mainly through Facebook up until this point. He does face-to-face. My, like, new kind of realm of uncomfortability is Instagram. I haven't been great at it. It's just learning a new thing for me. But I am working Instagram, and you guys, I'm crazy for not using it before, because Instagram is bomb. But you have to do something every single week that makes you uncomfortable. Maybe it's going live. Maybe it's talking to a stranger. Maybe it's, I don't know what it might be for you, but do something.
Maybe it's self-development. Maybe it's exercising. Okay. Don't forget those things either. There are some intangibles that I think we do that do help us with our business, even though you may think that they have nothing to do with this business.
I work out like 2 or 3 times a week. And if I don't, and it could just be running, like I don't look like Eli or anything, but like it might, I want guns like that one day, but it might just be running. But if I don't work out 2 to 3 times a week, my performance in my business is different. Like, first of all,
that's so good. What's funny about that is this: we as human beings, specifically this generation, we are need results now kind of people. Mm-hmm. And guys, in all honesty, I'm not talking about the result that your body sees, but the feeling you have after you've worked out is an immediate result. And so you fall in love with that feeling. It's, even if it's just the treadmill, as soon as you're done, you're extremely tired. So you have achieved a result. It may be a painful result, but your body, your human nature responds to results. And that's what that is. I just got a result from an action. So I have to go back again because it clears my mind for my week, whatever the case might be. It's extremely important.
Yep. Doing things for you, especially personal growth. But like, I noticed when I started to be consistent with working out, I'm like, that's changing my business, and that has nothing to do with my business. But also, you know, I'm like a mixture of you two. I blitz. I always tell my team, if I can't be on my phone, because let's face it, there's so many times where we can't be on our phones. I mean, church, driving, blah, 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 or I'm just busy. So I tell myself, but that's not okay. This is what I do. This is it. 4.5 years. This is all I do. So I do something daily. And if I have to blitz, dude, I love blitzing. I love meeting new people. I'm loud. So I have no problem being like, your accent is so awesome. Where are you from? Columbia? Cool. Are you on Facebook? Like, no reason. I don't even tell them about it works. I just get them on Facebook and we go from there. So if I'm busy and can't be on my phone, I love blitzing. I love blitzing. But yeah, I love that you can do both. And when I get home after 8 o'clock, I send out 10 thoughtful, awesome voice messages to people that I want on my team. So I love that you guys do both of those things and talked about both of those things. Does anybody have any questions in the chat, or do you guys want to add literally anything else? Anything?
Fire some questions away. If you have a couple, fire them away. We're here to answer questions and help you guys in any way that we can. And before we hop off, I'm going to pray for you and your team. So you guys just let me know if there's any questions you have. Fire. We are here to help.
Okay, let's wait just a couple seconds. Does anybody want to unmute and ask instead of type, or is everybody, what's your best words to seal the deal? Answer that real quick.
So for like loyal customers, honestly, like we get down to like goal oriented, and I always offer to put the order in for them. I never wait or like give them my website and just like them. It's always like, hey, I'm putting orders in later today. I would love to get you set up. Like, is today a good day? Whatever. Get their info. That literally time. With the distributors, you guys follow up.
Also extremely goal oriented as well.
Yeah.
For me, which the closing table, if there is one, which I hate using that, that's like my favorite spot to be. I love asking someone what their goal is in life. What do you want out of this opportunity? Because I will never put a goal in someone's mind. Okay. I'm not going to say that they're joining because they want to achieve presidential. If they want to join Ruby, that's perfectly fine because they want to help pay for their car or whatever the case might be. But then if they give me a goal, then I'll say, okay, what are you doing right now in your personal life to help you achieve that goal? Because most of them are not doing anything extra to achieve that goal. And I'll say something like, this is your opportunity. This is your opportunity to start doing something with your life to help you achieve that goal. That doesn't put restrictions on a low income amount goal or a high income amount goal. All that does is let them know that this is the opportunity that you have to achieve that goal that that you desire. You may not be taking steps toward it, but at least it's your opportunity to start knocking it out.
Yeah. I think for me, like my business shifted when I started not seeing people as like 400 boxes, but people, and that people need this opportunity. And so when I'm talking to somebody, 90% of our closing conversation, or like when I'm meeting with a potential or I'm talking to a potential, is just getting to know them and knowing why it is that they need something like this in their life, why they need an extra income. Maybe they just need friends. Maybe they just want to be able to travel or pay a little bit for kids. It's literally building a relationship with somebody, caring about somebody. If you care about somebody, you can have a conversation with somebody about why they need this and be genuine in that. You don't, at that point, you're not selling, and I'm not trying to seal the deal. I'm trying to help you. Like I have something that can help you. And I know that how incredible is it that the company gives us a compensation plan and the steps to success to where it doesn't matter if they say I need $500 a month or they say I need $10,000 a month. I have a roadmap to do that. So I can show you the business part is there. It's the steps to success. The rest is just getting to know them and knowing what they need. But you guys, follow up is huge. I cannot tell you the number of times that I've talked to somebody, they like maybe say they're interested or they completely like ignore me, and then like they ghost me for a year, and then they come back because their husband lost their job. They have a ton of medical debt. Now, people's lives change all the time, and you do not know when somebody's going to need this opportunity, but it's kind of like, are you going to be around still when it is their time? Because I am confident that everybody I ever talk to is eventually going to join my team. I believe that in my soul, because I know that I'm going to be here. I'm going to be the one they come back to when it is their time, because I'm constantly putting it out there, and I am passionate about this company. I'm passionate about it, what it does for people. So planting the seeds is really important, but are you still going to be here when it's harvest? That is the biggest thing. And just care about people. Like, if you can care about people, you can seal the deal because you really genuinely care.
That's do that and be accessible. Trista's really hitting the nail on the head when she's talking about care about people. Trista and I try our very best to be the most accessible leaders in the entire company. We want to be there for our entire team, and we want to genuinely love and care for everyone in our downline and our upline for that matter. This entire movement that you are a part of with It Works is far bigger than you. So let's say Trista and I have 5,000 people on our team. If we have 5,000 people on our team, every single one of them matters to us. And every single one of them, if they reached out to us, we would be there for them. Heck, we have people in our sidelines that reach out all the time, and we are there for them. This is a people business, and we care about people. If you want to be successful in this business selling products, care about the person first, and you'll be amazed what happens with your business.
That is so good. And like, it took me a long time to understand that. Do you understand? Like, it took me a long time because, first of all, like, I went diamond in my first 5 months, and I'll be real with you, I was micromanaging. I was not a nice person. I was not a kind person. And something clicked so, like, big time, something clicked where I was like, wait a minute, the second you genuinely care about other people and their goals and their dreams, kids, I got you, it's good. But like, their goals and their dreams, once you really, really focus on that, your life will change in turn. Like, changing other people's lives, yours will too. And that was huge. I have it hanging on my dream board. Like, once you realize this isn't about you, then you will be successful.
Absolutely. We actually have our dream board, and you guys, if you don't have a dream board, you need to get one. You need to like have it in your face every day. What are you going for? But we actually have like our dream board, and then we have our team write down their goals, their dreams, what they're working for, and we have it on top of ours on our dream board, because we know that as we can start to take those off, like, ours will be there. Yep. This business is about helping other people, and when you get that, your paycheck will grow. Your dreams will come true. That sounded really corny. If you help other people achieve dreams, yours will. So, man, that sounds really corny, but it's true.
It'll come true, everybody.
Yes, your dreams are coming true, and but it's true though. And like, backtrack, that's why I say, like, focus on other people, like, genuinely get them started and know that they're not just a $400, but and then back to what you were just saying, and then I'll kind of call it good and on to the next question. But when you said, like, I always tell myself, dude, people are going to say yes. I just want it to be to me. So, like, don't give up. I took quitting off the table the day I got started. There is no other option for me because I love this too much. I hated my factory job. Never going back. I love my kids too much. They're worth me getting outside of my comfort zone, growing more, doing more, talking more. They're worth that. My kids are worth all of that. So I don't even have.
On that, like, you have to have a why so strong that makes it worth it. If you don't have something that you're working towards that will make you stay up late at night or make you get out of bed earlier, you won't get there. Like, you have to have something so strong that it makes it all worth it.
One of my favorite, and you've all heard it before, but I literally think about it every day. If your why is strong enough, you can endure anyhow. I just love it.
Oh, I've never heard that. Oh, yeah, I like that.
That's a solid one.
Yeah, that's a good one. And I'm not kidding. Like, this might sound so, Kim's just saying that. The only thing I have to do to get my hustle in gear is think about going back to work. I mean, I hated my job. I hated leaving my kid. It was one kid at the time. I hated leaving him so much. Like, my heart broke. So all I have to do is think about that and like think about me physically getting back into my car at 4 a.m, picking him up, dropping him off, picking him up. All I have to do is think about that. And I'm like, anyway, who do I need to talk to today? Who do I?
Isn't hard at that point.
What'd you say? What'd you say?
Sending isn't hard at that point. Like
Exactly.
I don't have to leave my kid. Like I don't have to go to work.
I would so much rather talk to people than go back to work. Yes.
If you still are a work from home parent, kudos to you. There is not work from home, but if you are a working mom, awesome. Like there is nothing wrong with that at all. Go tear it up. Like straight mad respect for every single one of you. But it just wasn't for her, and I didn't have to be. So this is what gave us that opportunity.
Yes, absolutely. If you have a job that you love and your heart's there, dude, awesome that you're doing this too. I hated every single second of being told to shut my mouth, make this many parts, stop being human. You get to go home when I tell you to. I was over it. But okay, so I'll just do 2 more questions. And sorry.
It's fine.
Okay, we'll just do 2 more because I know the corporate call starts at 10. So I'll ask this one. Kaylee says, what is a must that you do every single day for your business?
So must every single day. I'll give you like I'll just start listing them and then we'll go from there. Self-development is a must. I thought that self-development was like a bunch of crap in the beginning.
Me too.
100% of this business is mindset. And if you're not growing as a person, your business will not grow.
Which is so funny that she thought that, because I'm like the king of self-development.
Yeah.
I thought he was crap, you guys. I did. I was like, yeah, whatever. I don't have time for that. I know.
I thought it was such a waste of time. I'm like, I'm not going to sit down. And I'd rather just go talk.
Yeah.
You are your number one asset. You are your number one tool. So sharpen the hell out of that tool.
Yep. So self-development is an absolute must. Adding to my network. So whether that's face-to-face, on Facebook, on Instagram. Like I said, I'm just now kind of getting in Instagram. I am I use Captivate and Cleaner to add to my network while I'm sleeping, because that just makes it easier on me. But then I kind of go through the next day, like who's now following me, and I start to build those relationships based on who's now following me. So adding to your network, like I said, maybe that's on social media, maybe that's face-to-face, doing events, whatever that looks like. You have to get new people into your network. You should never ever run out of a warm market. You should constantly be rewarming your market.
Did you hear that? Everybody go ahead and take your pen or whatever you're using and write that down. That's something that teammates will, and they all know that the love that we give them is tough love. We love them. And if they ever quit, that's perfectly fine. We still love them sincerely. We'll never talk crap or trash about anyone who leaves. That's not our flavor. But I will tell you this. What did you just say?
Constantly rewarm your market.
You're never out of your warm market, because if you're doing network marketing properly, you're constantly rewarming your market by building those relationships around you. The warm market that you have when you first start, you're eventually going to run through that. Okay. The people that go to the top of this business, you can really find out how good a distributor on your team is going to be by the distributor they are after they're through their initial warm market. Once they're through that initial warm market, now you're going to know who's going to run. Now you know who your ballers are. All right. So, and that's what you're after. You're after those. You're after the ones that, well, you've made it out of your school group from high school, but this girl's still killing it, or this dude is still rolling. Now you say, I'm pouring into that cat because he's still bringing it and he ain't got nobody around him anymore.
Yeah. So adding to your network, you should never, ever run out of people, because you should constantly be building new relationships with people. Asking. So whether that's me, I ask on social media, I send messages with people that I have built a relationship with. He asks face-to-face, whatever that case may be, you have to be constantly asking people. So messaging. For me, asking for him. What else are my non-negotiables every single day? Those are really it. Like asking new people, adding to my network, self-development. Then there's other stuff like I post, obviously post, like I don't even think of that as like a non-negotiable, because it's what you do. Like if you just post, you share your life. And with that, like you guys, I know starting out, like sometimes it's like, I don't know what to post, or I don't know, like share your life still, share you, be the very best version of you that you can be, get negativity out, put positivity out, but share your life with it work sprinkled in. You don't want to like be blasting just spammy it work stuff. You want to share you and be you. Be real. Don't try to be Kim. Don't try to be us. Like, be you. People want to see you. Those are real. Like, those are my non-negotiables.
Yeah, and those
like, don't overcome.
Simple. Yeah, I was gonna say, you just kept it simple. That's all you need to do. That's literally
mine is even more simple than that. Number one, pray every day.
Mm-hmm.
Now, I don't mean just for abundance. I mean, pray, Lord, that your will be done in my life. Lead me to where you want me to go, because this is your life anyway. So pray, number one. 2, love your team. Like, love on them. Tell them how amazing they are. I don't mean pump them up. Don't lie to them. Love them. And a lot of times love means telling them what they should be doing that they're not doing. Okay? Love your team. Number 3, develop yourself through self-development. All right? So, like I just said, you're your best tool that you possibly have, and you've all heard this a million times, and it couldn't be more true, especially with me. People buy me far before they'll ever buy my opportunity, or far before they'll ever buy any product that I have for them. They buy my all-in attitude. So if you don't have one of those, go to the store and buy one. You can pick one up for free.
Use the products. That's my other non-negotiable. Use the products.
It makes it so much easier.
The business is going to, if you're not like behind the products, then you need to, because one, they're incredible. So use the products.
Yeah. So run your auto shipment. Perfect. So, and I always say that, I'm like, dude, if I did use the products and genuinely like have fallen in love with them, this wouldn't be as simple as it has been. But
I mean, like you share what you're passionate about. You share your favorite Starbucks, you share your favorite movie. Like, this is no different.
Yep. I say that all the time. Yeah. So I love that. Thank you guys. And then last question, how do you like to best address or offer the company to a potential? I will really quickly say, like, I'm genuine as can be. Like, and Erica, you know that answer, girl. You are signing people left and right. But yes, go ahead. How do you offer the company to a potential?
So like, for me, like when I'm messaging, my initial message to people is really, really simple. It's simply like, hey, whoever, I've loved like getting to know you, your family's so sweet, or whatever the case may be. Are you interested in earning an extra income? I'm not sure what you do. I think you'd be great. Simple as that. And then the conversation goes from there. Sometimes they ignore me. Sometimes they say yes. Sometimes they say, I don't really know what you do. What do you do? But that's simple enough. Like, are you interested in an extra income? I do not like go in and share my story or all this kind of like, and in the beginning, you guys, like, I was not making a lot of money when I started reaching out to people. I believed in what I had my hands on because I saw it work for other people. So I just used that confidence as like, I know I'm not making a lot of money yet, but I will be. Yep. Do you want money with me? Like, that's it.
In order to offer an opportunity for me, I live a life that other people would be willing to trade theirs for. Mm-hmm. Okay? So they see me on social media or they see me at the gym, and I know for a fact that because I have a smile on my face and I have high energy, that as soon as I have the opportunity to talk to them, which most of the time they talk to me, but if I had the opportunity to talk to them, eventually our occupation is going to come up, because that's how relationships work. It's one of the easiest things to talk about. Hey, what do you do for a living? And when someone asks me what I do for a living, I say, you're not going to believe me. I'm so glad you asked, but I'm actually, and it's easier now, granted, but it wasn't always this easy. I say, you're not going to believe it, but I'm a 33-year-old stay-at-home dad that gets to share opportunity with people. And right away, they're like, holy smokes, what are you talking about? So glad you asked. Here's what I'm talking about. But like I said, I don't even have to blitz. I just live in a manner that is so high energy and so happy and so excited and so zestful that people are willing to trade the life that they live for. I
mean, honestly, you guys, before we started making any kind of money, that's the thing that attracts people. Like, energy, positivity is not like smiling at people. People don't smile at each other anymore. So if you're smiling at somebody, people are like, what's that guy got? Like, what's going on over there? Because he's happy. I can't tell you how many times people just like, there's like, you're just happy. Like, you attract people when you just put out positivity. So it's not even about the income. It's simply just about being positive and happy and putting that out. And a lot of that comes through self-development.
If you're not smiling, if you're not happy,
it all comes full circle. Back to self-development, you guys.
I'm not kidding you. If you're not happy and excited about the business that you're a part of, I don't want to hear anything about it. I don't even care what product you have to offer me because you're not excited about it. So I'm not going to be. You have to be excited about what we do. You have to be excited about where you're heading. You have to be excited about the lives that you're changing. And if you will be, you're going to be amazed with where this can take you. And I know it sounds like I'm talking a bunch of voodoo and people that probably aren't believing anything that I'm saying, and that really doesn't amount to a hill of beans to me. But the truth of the matter is this: live a life that's worthy of desiring, and you'll be amazed with what people will do. They want to be around you.
Yep. And that's like Kaylee, my double diamond, that asked the question. She's always like, can you just be like negative Nancy for 2 seconds? I'm like, not really though. I mean, I will be for a second, I guess. But I believe in, if you are positive, if you are smiling at people, if you are just excited to be alive, people see that and they're like, what are you doing? That's why parties, I love parties. Get me in front of people because my energy will literally make people join me. And so I love parties. But you guys were so, I'm just reading the comments now, but you guys were so amazing. Definitely, don't tell anybody else, but probably the best people I've had on the Zoom. So we appreciate you.
You can tell everybody. We don't care.
Dang it, Eli. Dang it. Okay, so no, you guys were. And you guys were just so full of knowledge and just all good stuff. So how long have you been in again?
3 years. It was 3 years.
Okay, I thought so. So that's incredible. You guys, 3 years. Like, go ahead, change your life. Go ahead, change your life in 3 years and tell me that you didn't love every single piece of it, even if it sucks sometimes. Mm-hmm. So we appreciate you for being on. Now let's go hop on the family call. But we love you guys. Oh, pray for us, Eli, please. And then we will hop on.
Hey, dear God, thank you for being so amazing. Thank you for being my buddy. Thank you for having us on Kim's Zoom tonight. Thank you for her amazing team. I just pray that you will reach your hand down and that you will affect change in all these girls and guys' lives. I pray that you will make their hearts moldable so that they can go out and glorify you with everything that they do. Help us to go out and unapologetically walk through all the doors of opportunity that are ahead of us. And Lord, I just pray that it's all done in your name. I pray that every single person on this Zoom can live massive, abundant lives, hot lives for you. Thank you for everything, most of all for your son, Jesus. In his name we pray. Amen.
Amen.
Amen. Thank you guys so much. We love you tons, and I'll get the recording to you guys too, just so you can have it. But other than that, have an amazing week, and we'll talk to you later. Bye, guys.
Have fun. Bye, guys.
Thank you. See you guys.